about 500 years back. Yeah, this is why. Let me show you, man.
No, man.
Who?
I just told you.
Lucy.
Okay, so Lucy means Lucifer, innit? So that's basically the light. And if you really study the Bible, it will tell you that Jesus Christ and Lucifer, they're the same person, really and truly. Um, when you go back to the Old Testament, they will tell you that Moses had to lift up a snake, and that snake had to be a representation of Jesus Christ, and also a representation of Lucifer as well, because Lucifer is known as a snake, yeah. But they tell you in the Garden of Eden that the snake is bad, but really and truly, you get Jesus and Lucifer being called the same person, which means, yeah, all this shit comes from the snake. And the snake is Lucifer, and the snake is Jesus. Jesus is the snake. You have to get that. But some of you, you know what it is, yeah? You niggas are so slow. It's just ridiculous.
Yes. Sorry.
I read your theory on the use of the brain's capacity. It's a little rudimentary, but you're on the right track.
So we're getting into the brain, and what can your brain become, and if your brain has the ability to reach to 100%. But this they're going to tell you.
Thank you.
Professor, my cells are reproducing at a phenomenal speed, several million per second.
And this is the DNA activation we've been talking about. We'll be talking about the junk DNA. Your junk DNA, if it was to activate, this is all we've been talking about. Junk DNA activate, and this is why all this shit has to be reset. We got niggas walking around calling themselves native, and Olmecs. You niggas are absolutely ridiculous and stupid. I'm gonna show you like how idiotic some of you niggas are, bro.
Having trouble precisely evaluating the time of my death, but I doubt it'll last more than 24 hours.
What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is that your theory is not a theory.
And she's even saying that this is not a theory, although a lot of people think it's a theory. Okay, this is based on something like that's been studied by the Jews, so something that's been studied by the Moors, something that's been studied by every single like people that you can give accolades to, or you can give like institutions and stuff like that. As far as in like metaphysical, are we talking about the cerebral? We're talking about the cerebral capacity, what your brain can become, and what happens when your unconscious brain start to wake up, and your senses, which are in your brain, about 90 something, okay, 96. I'll say 96. It's just being generous. What happens when that happens? Okay.
I absorbed a large quantity of synthetic CPH4 that will allow me to use 100% of my cerebral capacity.
So what happens when you able to use 100% of your cerebral capacity, which means you can use your whole brain. Okay, this is why niggas have to be reset to 10%. We're going back to 10% because of idiots. Okay.
Right now I'm at 28%.
And now, right now she's at 20%. Let's see what she could do with 28%.
What she wrote is true. Once the brain reaches 20%, it opens up and expands the rest. There are no more obstacles.
There are no more obstacles as far as in like the things which are under the subject of physics. They're no longer there, or they're no longer holding you down as far as in they're no longer governing you as a human being. Niggas, you have to wake the fuck up, bro. Okay?
They fall away like dominoes. I'm colonizing my own brain.
I'm colonizing my own brain, and I told you that the spine fluid will colonize your brain, awakening the senses which were dormant. Dormant means they were asleep for years. That's what it means. Because of the education you niggas received, you've been asleep like zombies. And a preferable term, I'll say idiots. Okay.
Well, I don't know what to say. It's true. I've been working on this theory for over 20 years, but it's only ever been
Hypothesis, which means that he thought it was hypothetically. When people say, "Oh, it's hypothetically," that means that they think it's just a theory. It's not a theory, bro.
And research ideas. I never thought anyone would.
This is what happens when your brain wakes up, bro. Okay?
You can control your own metabolism.
Yes.
You can control your metabolism.
And I can start to control other people's bodies.
And you can control other people's bodies by your brain. Okay? Oh, my niggas. You stupid monkeys.
Also, I can control magnetic and electric waves.
You can control magnetic and electromagnetic technology.
Waves, not all of them, just the most basic.
And this is at 20% now. Look at this.
Television. Telephone.
You can control all of this with your brain. Okay? Okay? Having straight hair is not going to teach you anything. Having blue eyes is not going to teach you anything. You niggas are retarded. Okay? We got a bunch of like these hood rat idiots thinking, oh yeah, now I'm now an Indian, so that must mean something. You're not achieving anything, bro. Okay? You're not gonna achieve anything because your brain is so generic and your thinking is generic. You don't like the things that you attach yourself to. They're so trivial and generic. You feel me? That's why I don't speak to idiots, bro. You niggas are idiots.
Radio.
It's amazing.
I don't feel pain, fear, desire.
And you're not gonna become human. This is the thing. What happens, yeah? Once you start entering into this, yeah, your mind is not gonna be as human, or whatever we consider to be human. Okay, I don't even call that human. I call that zombies. Okay.
It's like all things that make us human are fading away.
All things that make you human are fading away. You see what I'm saying? Every time you say you're a native Indian, every time you say you're an Olmec or a Moor or whatever you call yourselves, you bunch of monkeys, bro. You feel me? You niggas are idiots.
It's like the less human I feel,
The less human. You won't be
all
human.
this knowledge about everything, quantum physics, applied math.
And it's to do with quantum physics and applied mathematics. And I told you, it's to do with physics, okay? You can go to Africa, the same people in Africa, they're going to do the same thing. You can go to anywhere, America, you can go anywhere. And it's all going to quantify or qualify to the same shit because it's physics, bro. You feel me? Science. You niggas don't know science. Do you know science, bro? No, you don't. Your Bible is talking about science. It's not talking about no fucking Jesus walking around in sandals, bro.
Mathematics, the infinite capacity of the cell's nucleus. They're all exploding inside my brain, all this knowledge.
All this knowledge it will start to come back to you because you're in a forgetting stage. Every time you're walking around saying I'm an Olmec, you've already forgotten who you are, bro. Okay? Because you don't know that there is a brain, an ancient mind, which is 1 trillion years advanced. How much more can I tell you this shit, bro? How much more?
I don't know what to do with it.
If you're asking me what to do,
You see what I'm saying? that's the problem. This is the conundrum that we have. A lot of people, even if they do get this, they'll the only thing they can conclude is to say, oh, I don't know what to do with it. But really and truly, this is your royal gift, your royalhood. You must accept whom you are, innit? Whether you accept it, and if you don't accept it, guess what happens? You get reset to 10% of your brain. That means every single thing you're going to do from now on is going to be back to 10%. That's called reset pills, bro. Okay? Oh, it's just stupid, bro. We got niggas talking about, oh yeah, Aryans were doing this, Aryans were doing that, bro. We know this, okay? And even the shit that you're saying doesn't even commute to like what the truth is, because you don't know. You haven't read the science, bro. You haven't read this. You haven't studied this. No, you haven't studied this, and this is why I have to keep on telling niggas like you have to get out of this. Or I'm an Olmec, I'm a native Indian, whatever. That stuff is just stupid, bro. Okay, you're reducing your brain to stupid shit. That's why you see niggas on Instagram talking about I was an Olmec. You're not an Olmec, bro. Olmecs were civilized, highly civilized beings and giants, bro. You feel me? These were niggas that were cutting rocks that no human being on this planet today can cut that rock today with no technology. Okay, the technology is not here. Okay, because it's inside of your brain, but because you don't use that side of your brain, you niggas are idiots. Okay.
You know, if you think about the very nature of life, I mean, from the very beginning, the development of the first cell divided into two cells.
This is what's happening. This is what you're doing. Watch this.
The whole purpose of life has been to pass on what was learned.
Okay, you pass on what you learned. But this is the thing: if you accept, yeah, that you're a native Indian, if you accept that you're an Olmec, if you accept that you're an architect, okay, whatever you want to call yourselves, you're passing on this shit through your DNA. Okay, whatever idiotic shit that you niggas accepting, okay, or trying to conceptualize yourselves to be, that's what you're passing on to your children, bro. The next generation of human beings, they're not gonna know this because you niggas were idiots, and you pass on idiotic shit to your children, and they pass that shit to their children through the DNA though, because you niggas is retarded, bro. I can't talk to idiots, bro. I can't talk to a bitch that's from like New York and whatever because she thinks that her hair was straight once upon a time, and she thinks she was an Indian. It's just ridiculous, bro. Niggas is ridiculous. I'm dealing with monkeys, bro. You feel me? Your brain is going back to the monkey age, bro. That's what's going on. You can't speak to black people. Black people are the most idiotic people on the planet, bro. That's why you can't say shit to them. When you say something to a black person, the first thing they do is they get offended. They get offended at the truth, though. But the thing is, we deal with metaphysics, a science which every single human being is supposed to know this shit, bro. Okay? You can go and pick up a book and you can read this shit for yourself if you don't believe it. Okay?
There was no higher purpose. So if you're asking me what to do with all this knowledge you're accumulating, I say, pass it on.
You feel me? You gotta pass this shit on. But you're gonna pass it on through your DNA because you accepted nonsense. That's what's going on. You need to set us about 500 million to 500 billion years old, 500 billion years to 1 trillion years back with the stupid shit you niggas say. Black Lives Matter, bro. You niggas believe that shit because somebody gave you that concept. Black Lives Matter was created by some guy, okay, some idiot, okay, and said, you know what, we're gonna give these black people this shit. Now you're running around doing protesting, acting like you're doing something. You're not achieving anything, bro. It's not an achievement to be black, bro. You understand? It's not an achievement to be black because you're idiots. Niggas believe this shit. I don't subscribe myself to any black community, whatever you want to call yourselves. I don't give a fuck, bro. End of the day, you can call yourself whatever. I know, yeah, the shit that I'm speaking has a resonance, okay, that resonates to brain cells that makes the brain patterns change from being a retard into somebody that's a higher thinker, bro. You feel me? That's the difference. That's the difference between me and you, bro. That's the difference between me and these niggas walking around talking about Aryans. Bro, you don't know shit about Aryans, but you talking about Aryans. It's silly. You niggas are silly. You feel me? Very silly. Got a grown man, effeminate grown man, acting like they know this shit, but you don't study nothing. You ain't even been to you ain't even been to no university, but you chatting shit, bro. That's the difference. I got people that ain't been to university telling me about, yo, this is what it is. You don't know what it is. This is a couple shit that you took from Google, and you think that you can put this shit together and quantify that shit as something. Where's the methodology? Have you studied archaeology? Have you studied anthropology? Have you studied pathology? Have you studied any of these things? These are methodology you're supposed to calculate shit, bro. You don't just read something and say, oh yeah, this is what it is. You read something and you study and you research. Okay? People do studies on this shit. People do lectures on this shit. It's a big difference, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, you know, I can have one person follow me, but as long as that person knows the truth, that's the game. You feel me? It's not about a bunch of people thinking that they had blue eyes and they had straight hair, bro. It's silly. You niggas are silly. That's called self-esteem. You have self-esteem issues, bro. I'm saying a lot of black people have like low self-esteem, bro. And you niggas teach that shit. That's why you teach this Black Lives Matter nonsense, bro. I don't subscribe to no Black Lives. I don't subscribe to that. You feel me? Race is not even a thing, bro. Race is a made up shit. Somebody made up. A bunch of people sat down and said we're gonna make up a race where a race of people have to acquire resources, and that group of people that acquire resources, they're gonna be the superpower. That's where this complex shit came from, where people say, oh yeah, we are superior. It's retarded, bro. Retarded. You feel me? Black, white, whatever, Chinese, whatever you niggas wanna call yourselves, it's retarded, bro. There is no such thing as race. Somebody made that concept up to, you know, to gain something out of it. Capitalism. That's where capitalism came from. Go and study where capitalism came from, bro. Okay? Go and study how these empires were created. Capitalism, bro. And that's what you niggas are doing. You're capitalizing off people's self-esteem. And you think you're achieving something because you're telling somebody some shit they're gonna feel low self about themselves. Okay? It's for you to gain a Patreon, whatever you want to call it. You niggas are retarded, bro. You feel me? And you go around co-signing this shit and you're talking about, oh yeah, look, you've lost. I've never lost, bro. I can never lose because you know why? The race is not for the swift. The race is for those who can endure. Can you endure the bullshit? That's the difference. Can you endure the path that it takes you winning and losing, winning and losing, and winning and losing, and you still standing on the truth, though? That's the difference between me and you, bro. That's the difference. Matrix. You see the difference? Okay? Can you stand on the truth for the rest of your life? No, you can't. But you can capitalize. You can capitalize from people self-esteem. A bunch of hood rats coming to you telling you, "Oh, yo, we used to have straight hair, bro." That's what you want to stand by. You stand by that, and you're gonna stay on that side, and we say fuck the other side, bro. Feel me? I'm a G, bro. I'm from the South, bro. Like, ask anybody from London, they will tell you South London what it's about, bro. Niggas stand on the truth. It's either you stand on the truth or you stand on lies. It's a big difference. You feel me? And the only reason why I was shining light, because I was saying to myself, like, I don't care about myself, innit? As long people get the truth, I don't care about myself. I could lose every single subscriber. I don't give a fuck, bro. But I know how to get to the truth, though. You feel me? That's the difference. I know how to get to the truth, and I know how to put out the truth, because we live by prophecy. We don't live by likes and shares and comments. People coming to you saying, "Oh, yo, my child is watching you." You niggas are retarded, bro. You feel me? Can you say the truth even if the truth hurts the people, or are you gonna go back and say, "Oh, I'm sorry for telling you the truth"? You're going around apologizing to people for telling them the truth. It's ridiculous, bro. Okay, but it's what's going on. The brain, okay, has the ability to achieve this, and do you have the knowledge, or do you even have it inside of you to pursue something which stands on the truth? That's only going to be seen by the test of time, innit? You care more about how many clicks you're gonna get, how many likes you're gonna get, how many comments you're gonna get. Niggas can get that, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like my other channels got 30 to whatever, thousands and thousands of people like subscribing to me because of my talents. Okay, but this thing we're doing is not to do with how many clicks niggas get, bro. It's to do with how much truth can you stand on, bro, and how much studied as a person, scholarship wise, are you? Okay, have you got the methodology to prove the shit that you be saying? Have you got the methodology, bro? You subscribe to niggas that call themselves Olmecs. Have you got the methodology to stand behind it, to quantify and qualify the shit they're saying? No, you don't. Why? Because you haven't studied shit. You just put up a picture and say Lucia. Do you know what the fuck Lucia was, bro? You niggas need to grow the fuck up, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say because niggas is idiots, bro. That's all we gotta do. We gotta deal with a bunch of idiots, bro, talking shit and thinking they're achieving something because you are in your emotion, just like it's very effeminate quality for you to have that, and for you to even go around saying I got receipts. What grown man says they got receipts, bro? You niggas are silly, bro. Okay, that's drag queen behavior, but we're gonna show you though what time it is because you niggas really think you got this. You really think you're running this shit, but we're gonna see. I would rather have lesser people, yeah, that have a brain that think, okay, niggas that can challenge you. You don't have niggas that challenge you, bro. You have niggas that say to you, "Oh, yo, what about this?" And you say, "No, no, no, it's all right," and you go back on your word because you don't do shit for the truth, bro. You do shit for how many views you're gonna get. It's silly, bro. You niggas are retarded, okay? Retarded shit. That's where we going.